Good morning, everyone. Today we will discuss next point of chapter second, which is Leontief paradox. It is the first comprehensive attempt to verify the Hechter-Ohlin model introduced by Vasily Leontief in 1953. The Hechter-Ohlin theory states that relatively capital abundant country will export the relatively capital intensive goods and it will import the goods in whose production relatively larger amount of its scarce factor labor are required. This theory has verified by the Wellesley in 1953. Leontief in his study reached the paradoxical conclusion that the US, which possesses a relatively large amount of capital and relatively small amount of labor in relation to the rest of the world, exported labor intensive goods and imported capital intensive goods. This result has come to be known as the Leontief paradox. He states that America's participation in the international division of labor is based on its specialization on labor intensive rather than capital intensive in lines of production. The empirical data for this Leontief paradox is given here. Leontief started his test of the Hechter-Ohlin prediction that the United States would export its abundant factor capital in commodity form and import its scarce factor labor in commodity form. To test this prediction, he used the 1947 input-output table of the US economy. He aggregated 200 group of industries into 5 sectors, of which 38 traded in their products directly in the international market. He took two factors, labor and capital, and estimated that the capital and labor requirements for the production of $1 million worth of US exports and also $1 million worth of US import competing commodities. Leontief's main empirical results was that US exports used a capital ratio labor ratio of 13,911 per man year, whereas import replacements used a capital labor ratio of 18,185 per man year. Thus, result shows that the capital labor ratio in US import replacement industries was 30% higher than the US export industries. It means that in the US import competing industries are relatively more capital intensive than the export industries. As Leontief stated, America's participation in the international division of labor is based on its specialization on labor intensive rather than capital intensive in lines of production. In other words, the country resorts to foreign trade in order to economize in its capital and dispose of its surplus labor rather than vice versa. Given the proposition that the US is relatively capital abundant, its exports labor intensive goods. This is contrary to H.R. Olin theorem. Therefore, it is called the Leontief paradox. In short, Leontief proved that US exports largely labor intensive commodities than the capital intensive commodities, and it imports capital intensive commodities than the labor intensive commodities. However, this Leontief paradox is criticized by many economists, which are on statistical and methodological grounds. In which first is 1947 not a typical year. Stirling did not consider 1947 as a typical year for testing the H-Olin model because the post-war disorganization of production had not been corrected in the world by that year. Moreover, the US was the only major industrial economy free of devastation of the war. Next point is problem of aggregation. Bullock criticized aggregation in the input-output matrix for computing indirectly capital labor ratios. As a result, the labor intensity of the US export industries might be spurious and attributable to the aggregation of capital intensive exportable products with similar non export labor intensive activities. Next criticism is incompatibility of input output model. The Leontief output input model was logically incompatible with international trade. He argued that the Leontief model with its fixed input coefficient was incompatible with a world trade equilibrium in which every country gained from trade. Full employment existed and the introduction of trade increased the output of some commodities and reduced that of others. Low capital labor ratio industries. It is criticized that Leontief for including certain industries with low capital labor ratios. Such industries were fisheries, agriculture, services, etc. This biased his results. Next point, consumption patterns. The Leontief paradox does not take into consideration the impact of consumption patterns on the US exports and imports. Next point is durability of capital. Leontief has failed to take into account the difference in the durability of capital in various industries. Leontief did not take tariffs into consideration in his study, but tariffs often distorted the pattern of trade. Leontief neglected the role of natural resources, which were very important in determining the trade patterns. Leontief himself tried to explain his results. He argued that the US was a labor abundant country relative to the rest of the world because the US workers were much more efficient than foreign workers. The productivity of US workers was 3 times more than the foreign workers, and this labor productivity has not actually considered in this paradox. Leontief has been criticized for non including the value of human capital. He took only physical capital. Lerner found that the Leontief paradox fails when trade is unbalanced. When, the, when he examined US trade in 1947, the US had a trade surplus and there was no evidence of the Leonti prior that its exports were relatively labor intensive. Next point is factor intensity reversals. Leontief's results lead to the presence of factor intensity reversals where a capital abundant country will export its labor intensive goods. Leontief criticized for taking only one country in this study. In short, this study is important to clarify and prove the Heckscher-Ohlin model. But somewhere Heckscher-Ohlin model cannot be tested because of various differences in the efficiency of factors of production and also technological impact. But in fact, labor intensive countries exports those goods where capital is more required, and capital intensive countries exports those goods where labor is mostly required. In India also, between the period of 1950 to 1981, we import labor intensive commodities like food grains and pulses and exports capital intensive commodities like coal, then aluminium, magnesium, like this metals, and also some electronics parts. Therefore, Leontief is also found correct in some countries and also wrong in some countries. Thank you. Thank you very much.